Rowdy crowds of priests, sages, witch doctors, shamans, gurus, soothsayers, healers and holy men attacked betting shops all over the planet. It was mayhem. The ring of betting shops around the Vatican was seized almost immediately by Swiss guards, and the entire population of Vatican City-State, some 7,000 nuts, all of whom swarmed out of the main bronze door the moment the Holy War was declared. Edgar watched events unfold from his office, as one by one the red light representing betting shops on his almost three-dimensional map went out. He was defiant. He said he had expected something like this all along. He was prepared. He gazed out at the horizon. He twiddled with his Geiger counter. An hour after the Holy War officially began, Edgar appeared on Who Knows TV. He sat on the sofa covered in question marks, wearing his flak jacket and helmet and cradling a Chinese assault rifle. He smiled, he waved, he said aloha. Then he said it had started. He said that any member of staff who wished to go home was free to do so. Those who wished to stay at their posts to keep the betting shops open had a right to defend themselves. Edgar had a sip of tea from the cup that balanced precariously on one of the arms of the sofa. Edgar told his audience that he had expected something like this would happen. He'd been waiting for it. He said he had really been waiting for it all his life. He told his audience of nuts that he felt it was a fundamental right for a person to spend as much money as they liked on whatever metaphysical crap they subscribed to. Edgar said that he was prepared to die defending that right. Edgar promised that whatever happened, he would always be willing to take nuts' money off them for things they couldn't prove. As long as there is breath left in my lungs, I will continue to write out receipts. I will continue to offer my services to all the nuts in the world. This I assure you. Edgar Malroy promises you. The show will go on. He asked his audience if they wanted their children to have the freedom to place metaphysical bets when they grew up. Edgar drew a picture in his audience's minds of a world devoid of betting shops. Do you want that? Do you really want that? Is that the sort of future you want? He asked. It could happen at any moment. Skeptic Tower itself might fall, he warned. Who knows? Who Knows TV might be taken off the air at any time. Pop, just like that. Edgar told his audience that this might be their last chance to place a metaphysical bet. Edgar then looked at his watch and had another sip of tea. Within the next quarter of an hour, another £43 million worth of metaphysical bets were taken by Who Knows TV. Another 17 religions went to the wall as a result of the bets made in that quarter of an hour. As Edgar pleaded successfully with his viewers to part with larger and larger sums of money, girls in white swimsuits and flak jackets with furry pink question marks on their heads that waved to and fro fought with hundreds of priests who had broken through the electrified fence around Skeptic Tower. Back on Who Knows TV, Edgar appealed to nuts to join in the defence of the betting shops. A bullet smashed a window in the Who Knows TV studio. Edgar switched the safety off his rifle. "Do you see what it's like down here? Do you?" 3 more bullets whizzed into the studio. A sound man was shot in the neck. Edgar's teacup exploded. Edgar leapt behind the sofa and returned fire. His false eye fell out and rolled under the sofa. His helmet fell off. A tracer round hit the sofa and it began to smoulder. A technician came on screen with a fire extinguisher. Edgar crawled around the front of the smoking sofa and pleaded with his audience to continue to bet whatever happened. They did so like crazy. It was wonderful TV. Everything was used to repel the attacks on Skeptic Tower. Chairs, tables, paperweights, boxes of metaphysical receipts were thrown from the tower onto the heads of the priests below. As things deteriorated, Edgar phoned the police. He told them he was under attack. The police said they would send someone around.